don't know if you hear me yet. I don't think anybody's here. I started a little while ago and it petered out on me at the signal, or if I didn't pay my T-Mobile bill or something like that. I don't know what it was, but it didn't work. So if somebody's there, let me know if you can hear me, so I make sure I'm just not talking to the wind, or if it is too windy, let me know, because it's a little windy out today. Actually, it's freezing in DC. So you must hear me. Good. Loyalty Financial. Yeah, you bet. Oh, how are you? It's fun. Well, you might as well have fun, because it certainly ain't good times. It's a pain in the butt. That's sort of interesting. It'll make us more resilient. And I think that's the key to all this stuff that's going on. Man, we get through this, and then normal life will be easy, right? And then we could do more things when it's easy. It's sort of like lifting heavy weights, running with heavy weights on. And then when you get rid of the weights, man, you feel like you're flying. So that's what this time is like, with all this crap and that's going on in our lives. Man, if we could do this when it gets easy, man, we're gonna really fly. Because now we've made life, too many cars. We learned how to get through this stuff and made it stronger in normal life. Then we could do more, because we see what's in us, I think. That's what happens, is that you see how good you are. Like Superman, I say, well, how is Superman gonna get out of this one? When business were failing and stuff were going bad, that's what I try to think, well, boy, I mean, we idolize heroes, right? Maybe it's a guy thing. I don't know if women have as much a hero complex as guys do, at least in my generation coming up. And so I think that's the important thing, is to be your own hero. We all look for heroes and stuff like that. And I think a hero is really somebody who not does things, but how they do things. Particularly in our environment, or our the way we live in this money-grabbing society, everybody wants just more money. And it's important. I mean, we need money, right, to live, to support ourselves. That's the important thing. But I think there's more to life than that. Maybe it's just me being aged. I'm sure I didn't think as clearly about it when I was 30 or 40 as I do now. But really, it's because there's so few heroes out there, I think what we have to do is be our own hero. And a hero is, somebody sets an example, not really changes the world. You change the world, I think, because nobody listens to anybody anyway. And the way to have any effect to change is by example. So if you're kind, and when you're after money and trying to really succeed, and you're getting beat up, it's hard to be nice, and it's easy to stretch, ethics, and that's the important thing. Being ethical about something. And I find if I was just concentrating on the bottom line and making more money and everything, I would bend the rules, or at least my own ethics, just so I could get that other goal. That's a plane taking off. And that became more important than my ethics. And as long as it's legal, right? But I think there's something higher than legal. And it's sort of, treating others like you want to be treated, right? Simple. We don't have to worry about anything else. But if you're given 13 pages of if, ands, or buts in a contract, do you want to be treated that way? No. So why give somebody else that? And that's important. So that's why when you're looking for money or something, and so if you're telling lies about so you could get more money from people, I mean, maybe you could fool them sometimes, but you're not fooling your inside. And I think that's where aches and pains and diseases build up inside us is when we're not honest or being the best we can. And there's no encouragement to do that in, I think, in our society. We're not encouraging anybody, oh, go out and be nice and be truthful about this product really being a piece of shit. Now, you want to make money, so you're going to tell everybody, oh no, but did you see the back end of this thing? Boy, and 3 people in the world really used this, and it was really great. Yeah, and we justified that's right, and we're saving the world, and that's right. I see that people in Silicon Valley think they're really saving the world, and sure, they're contributing to something, but yeah, they forget to say, what's it doing? Should that be offset? And it's a balance for everything. There's no one ideal way to do everything or deal with not to do anything, and that's why, to me, it's still pretty easy about what is the best way you want to be treated. And I think, at least myself, if people aren't treating me nice, then I don't want to treat them nice either. And go back, and then it becomes an arms race. Well, I'm not going to treat you nice. No, he's an asshole, so he's going to trap my... No, he's an asshole, and I'm not going to treat him. No, he's an asshole. And it goes back and forth. And you can't get out of the game because I don't know if it's a human spirit or a competitive spirit or something that we want to win. So that's why, if you're a business, I think looking for customers, trying to work with agencies that give out money, I think no matter what you think they want to hear, I think the most important thing is kindness and honesty. I mean, that goes a long way nowadays because we have so little of that. And I think to change the game plan a little bit for what's going on in the world, at least our own little world. And sure, it's not going to work all the time, and people advise you not to. I mean, boy, I know so many people in my life growing up now, you can't act like that. You cannot. That's me. And the more you show you, then the more that becomes lovable, I think. We're lovable for not somebody we're trying to be. And that's why you think you have to, in order to sell your product or get something, you have to be a certain character or way or whatever. And that may work for the people who are naturally being an asshole. But you trying to be an asshole, but it's not your nature, it's not authentic. And I think authenticity is, I think, probably where we're heading more nowadays. But I'm not a guru, I'm not a wizard. I'm just struggling through life like all the rest of us. But I know the older I get, the more I feel that I listen to my heart more than, boy, it is noisy, isn't it? I listen to my heart more than my head and business plans and all that kind of stuff. That it may not work, and the other stuff may not work either. But when listening to my heart, I know I'm enjoying it more, and I'm being more authentic, and I'm able to give more. And I think people are able to respond better because it's something that I'm doing naturally. I mean, if someone's trying to be somebody they're not, it smells. And it's hard to love, even though you may want to. It's still hard. And I think the best we have to offer is what's in our heart, and give that as much as we can. But again, there's no, you work for somebody who wants you to be a certain way that's not you. Man, that to me was always jail. How do I get out of jail? I need a get out of jail free card. And that's why I think now it's easier than ever, I think, in our society to try at least earn enough income. And that's why if you're trying to be a millionaire, that's different. That's a different game. Then I think it's easier to get trapped into doing those things that other gurus say you have to do, and it's not you. But to make a living, without working for somebody is easier now than ever. And that's what I'm trying to do, is show people the tools that are available for you to do that now. I'm always myself, they like it or not. Right, so at least you're pleasing you. You may not please anybody else, but as long as you're polite, because if you're obnoxious, that's fine, you do that well. But as long as you're polite obnoxious, impolite is the thing. So I think it's being polite and being authentic is about all we could hope for. It doesn't work all the time, but nothing works all the time. Well, what the hell? So you might as well be comfortable with doing it. And that's what I mean. If you're enjoying the process, then the goal is not that important. I mean, it is. You have to keep living and all this kind of stuff. But if you're trying to get $1 million or something like that, and people go, "Oh, I'll just do this for 5 years till I get $1 million," it may or may not happen. And you'll be in jail for 5 years trying to do that. It still may not happen. Now, don't you think it's better to spend those 5 years doing, feeling great every time you wake up in the morning? Sure, you may not be a millionaire, but you may be. You may, because you'll find something that's better that only you could do, and that may lead to that more. But whether you may be a millionaire or not by the end of the thing may or may not happen. So to me, you might as well be as happy as you can every day. And I think you do that more by being more authentic and kinder to people than trying to lie, cheat, and steal, which are the 3 rules of getting ahead, I think. But it really isn't for all people, but it seems to be sometimes. And you work for people who want to say that. You can't say that to customers. You can't do that. And then you're just the person at Comcast reading off the sheet on the computer screen about have a good day. You don't care. That lady doesn't care if you have a good day. And that's why you just relate to people as human beings. That's what we all need. We need humans. Real humans to live with, to work with, to enjoy, not robots or people trying to be robots or robots trying to be people. And that's the important. And that's why, to me, that's why the hero thing. I always thought, oh, can I ever be a hero in life? You go to these movies and Superman and all that kind of stuff as a youngster, and you can. And the hero comes within you. Doing something that you think is important, doing something in a way that you think is the way that everybody should treat people in life, the way you believe people should be treated. And if you don't do it, nobody. We are rich in heart. Yeah, we all have a heart. Most of us don't use it. Some of us have had it taken out, I guess, but. But most of us use it occasionally, and it's tough. It is, but that's a good part. If it was easy, it'd be boring as hell. So, thank God it's tough, and it'll keep the puzzle going. And how you gonna fix the world today? How you gonna make your little corner of the world just a little more special, so people that run into you, can feel that. And that's a real gift, I think. The older I get, I can't do it all the time naturally. I'm a human. But as the older I get, the more I'm figuring out how to do it more. And another thing, I don't have the same, as 30 or 40, I don't have the same, trying to get kids for college and all this kind of stuff. But I saw it, when I had my first kid, I thought, wow, I started making decisions differently. Oh, I got to get this kid to college, I got to get a big house or whatever. So I was making my financial decisions and job decisions based on how much money I could get, not on how happy I was or how I thought this was important or whatever. So I was skimming the edges of honesty or my own ethics and things like that. Then it occurred to me, boy, I'm going to come home every night from a day of doing something I hate doing and be miserable. And so will my child enjoy me when I come home? Hi! Enjoy me when I come home and everybody says, shh, Daddy had a bad day, keep quiet. Nah, I want to come home and bring joy to the house. I don't want the kids to think, oh, Daddy's miserable, stay out of his way, let's go outside and play. No, they want to be with Dad. And Daddy will go home and spread joy if he's doing something that he feels joyous in doing all day long. So he could come home and spread that. And I think that's what we could do for our loved ones, is find things in life that we enjoy doing every day so that we could come home and spread that joy with the loved ones in our life. Instead of being miserable because work is miserable. Man, there's so many things that are important to do, you can find important to do. So maybe you won't be a millionaire. Who cares? If you died trying to be a millionaire, or if you died, just having contributing and taking care of your responsibilities and enjoying every second you're out there, because this is fun. I know it's hard, it's a utopia, but it's something you can. I'm surprised I'm doing it better than I ever thought I could do it. And like I say, it may not be for everyone. I think the biggest problem we have in life is other people telling other people how to live their life. Man, I don't know how to live my life. So what gives me the audacity to tell somebody else how to live their life? Man, I'm struggling every single day how the hell live my own life. So for me to tell somebody else how to live their life, I don't think that's right. I could just give you what I feel and what seems to work most of the time, or some of the time for me. Not all the time. Y'all gotta figure it out yourself. But that's the fun part. Okay, so let me know what I can do. Members, I got a lot of new reports I'm coming out with, so leave me a message, start a new description. A lot of members are giving me new free sources of money and grants, and this stuff is popping up all over now. So go on the discussion session. You'll see all the new grants that other members. I don't have to work as hard anymore. It's great. If I was a golfer again, I'd go out and play golf, but no, I love doing it. So that frees me up to do other things, because now members are taking care of finding new stuff and sharing. Like, I don't know if you saw the thing yesterday, but Virginia has a grant for $10,000 grant. They increased it to a $100,000 grant. Wow! Wow! Will your boss ever do that? No. 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 Go out and have fun, folks, because it's shitty out there. That's the only way to deal with it. So, where can I check for grants in Massachusetts? In Massachusetts. I'll have a list. I put it in almost every video I do now, is how to find out in the descriptions, and when I go home today, I'll put it in this description too, of how to find the local stuff. It gets you started. It's a training program, so you don't have to give me money if you don't want to. Don't worry about it. I want to make sure you know where to go. But everybody complains about their state. You got to do some work. And if you go through the past couple of videos before I get home, look in the descriptions. I got a link in there that describes how to get, find, the sources locally. And it'll start you on your way. And remember, you have to use the phone, not only the internet. You got to get on that phone and start calling people, to get the help you need. Okay, so no matter what state you're in, it still works, just differently here, there, wherever there. But you got to try. Nothing happens without that. Okay, thanks for putting up with me.